Hey guys, welcome back to the Lucy Show. Hope you guys are all doing well. Coming to stream as usual. Please make sure you are subscribed if you're not already. This is my second channel. If you didn't know, now you do. My main channel, link down below, is Living with Lucy. Over there, I usually talk about stocks, crypto, money, finance stuff. So over here, we talk about anything under the sun. So feel free to bring your questions that you ask me on the main channel or in the comment section that I might have missed. Over here is where I'll be able to answer it more easily just because it is a smaller group. So I really appreciate every single one of you guys that support me on the second channel of mine, which is honestly secretly my favorite channel. I do have some good news for you guys. I know I have a real estate playlist on the main channel, but there might be a little glimmer of hope in real estate for me because for those of you guys that have been watching my main channel, I've been talking about how I've been doing these open houses where I've been lucky enough at my brokerage that even though I didn't score my own awesome $1 million listing or anything like that, other people, other agents listing, I was lucky enough to help them do open houses when they're not around. And there's been offers. Nothing has been accepted, of course, but if the offer does get accepted, I will be able to earn a little bit of a small fee. So, very, very exciting stuff. This doesn't like the people asking other agents for help. It's not like you don't have to. So, I think it's really kind for any agents to reward somebody, even if I didn't necessarily like bring in the buyer, because usually, like, if I'm helping like show a home or something like that, if the buyer, if like you guys walk like one person walks in, like Bob walks in or something, and Bob doesn't have an agent, then I could be the representing buyer. But that's like really low chance because usually when people are buying houses or if they're experienced and have a lot of money, they probably already have a real estate agent or they have a cousin or somebody's wife or husband is already an agent. There's a lot of agents out there. I don't know if you guys haven't noticed. But thank y'all for coming in here. Destroy the like button as usual. Make sure you are subscribed and ring that notification bell to know whenever my videos, along with my live streams, begin. Hi there, Zombie Doge Army. Welcome. Hi, Alan. Welcome back, beautiful and amazing human beings. Smash like button. And I got my wine glass out, drinking wine. This is not a time of celebration or anything like that because obviously this is a very devastating, horrible week. Um, we're going to talk more about hurricanes later and just go over all the different 5 categories because I don't know about you guys, but I'm not a pro at hurricanes. I didn't even know that there were hurricane hunters. I saw on the news just now that there are hurricane hunters, people who literally go and hunt hurricanes and like they're excited, I guess. I don't know if that's what they do as a job or a hobby or whatever, but there are people hunting hurricanes. There are meteorologists like going out, checking out everything, and then give speeches. Uh, there's just a lot I don't know about it, but this is because this wine literally asked me to drink it. Like, um, there's a lot of things in this world that I don't know about, and I guess a wine bottle that can uncork itself is something that's new to me. But I guess living in California, and having dealt with massive heat waves over 100 degrees Fahrenheit for multiple weeks and days, that's probably why the cork, like, so basically, again, I'm not a wine connoisseur by any means. If you give me a 2000 bottle of expensive wine, which I've tried, and I cannot tell the difference with like a $100 bottle of wine or even like a $50 bottle of wine, I really wouldn't be able to tell. But my point is, there's so many things I didn't know about it that when my wine, like my giant wine bottle, I'm like obviously like trying to move things, like trying to clear out stuff. And I was like, wow, why is this wine like the cork was literally popping on its own? And then it just like exploded. Thank God, not the glass, but like it just popped off. Um, and then I realized I Googled like what are the reasons? I mean, again, this is just me Googling, do your own DD entertainment purposes only. It says that if you leave wine, you know how people like, I never understood why people tilted wine bottles like at wine cellars. It's usually tilted or you put it in a fridge. Now I finally understand. Well, I always knew that you're supposed to keep it at cool temperatures, but I didn't know that like wine could literally be cooked at like over 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So probably all my wine is like ruined or cooked. I don't know so much about whiskey. Maybe my whiskey's cooked as well. There's so many unopened bottles. It's ridiculous. And I'm so pissed off that I don't have like a wine cellar. So I didn't have a wine cellar or like a wine fridge. I didn't even put it in the fridge. I didn't even think to put it in a fridge. I'm such an idiot. During the heat wave. So I think most of my wine is ruined, but this is like the only one that like this I don't even know what this is. I think this is a Moscato or Rosé that popped off the cork on its own. And they say that because if you don't tilt the wine bottle on its side, then it's very likely for the cork to like dry out. So I guess that's why people tilt it on the side. But I did also search if I drink wine that has been overheated, would I die? And again, not health advice, but they say that it's unlikely for you, but there are rare cases people do die. So cheers. If I don't make it, then you know why. Mm. And if it starts to taste like vinegar or like really disgusting, then yeah, you should probably toss it. But it actually tastes fine. I'm shocked, but it actually tastes really good. Mm. So that's why I'm drinking wine, in case anybody was wondering. I'm not celebrating anything. This is like not a week of celebration. No crypto's going up. Hurricane Ian just makes me really, really sad. Hell yeah, Ellen. Lucy needs to open a bottle of champagne with a sword. I need to buy a sword first. Honestly, I want like I like special, unique like decor for houses. So I'm like still like it's gonna take me forever to get my future place ready. So I stopped doing streams like this. And maybe doing it standing up, but like definitely no longer gonna be sitting on a bed, thank God. Because it's actually not that comfortable. And I've spilled wine on myself and drinks all the time. Sometimes I don't tell you guys. And snacks. So I'm very, very excited. But I like interesting like decor. Like when I go to a restaurant nowadays, like in LA, there's just a lot of places I don't care for. But I'm either there for the food and how good the food is for restaurants, and you would think that's when most people go. But I think I've run out of like nice restaurants that I really care about for like good food because I've tried, I think, like a lot of the ones that I'm interested in. So now I just like kind of, if I'm willing to spend the money to go out and eat nowadays, I have to go to a place that's like Instagram worthy or photo worthy, or like when I'm in there, I like the ambiance or I like the design. So I definitely don't mind buying swords and hanging it up on the wall, as dangerous as that might be. Probably seal it really, really nice. Maybe like a samurai sword, to be honest. I wouldn't mind that. But I don't think I will ever gain the skills to open up a bottle. I don't care if you're in your room, J. James says. Actually, you know what? That's a great poll. I'm going to ask you guys. Should I do streams in, well, on bed, on bed, or standing up? Because that's what I was thinking. I actually love, like, I tell you guys I do like 10,000 steps a day. So, oh no, I got paint. I got paint on my pink quartz bracelet. I just realized. I realized the video that I uploaded, I don't know if that looks like a glare to you guys, but that's actually paint. I'm just getting paint everywhere because I'm not a professional painter. I had some in my hair and I had to cut it off the ends of my pigtails the other day. I realized that the video I uploaded today on the main channel, I don't know if you guys saw, but it's my short video about dating. Um, that one, I looked back at it and I'm like, whoa, there's like this huge piece of like white paint on like the bottom of my arm. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Wait, sorry. Hi there, Chilton Chility. Zombie Doge Army says sounds gross. 15-year-old whiskey though sounds damn good. Wait, what sounds gross? This sounds gross? Or drinking wine after a heat wave in California? Probably, possibly. Does anyone that's a whiskey pro? Is my whiskey ruined? I have a bottle, the Japanese one. I forgot what it's called, but like it's like that square rectangular one. I got it as a gift, and I had that sitting out there when it was 100 degrees Fahrenheit this last couple of 2 months or whatever. Should I do streams on bed or standing up? That's the question, guys. So sitting down like this, as you're used to, or standing up, because I'm more aiming for like standing up, not necessarily like I'm gonna be far away, like whole vertical body showing kind of thing, but I just want to be like standing up because I think I have more freedom to move around and I can be like peace and then come back and actually Centauri, Ikuyas. Yes, I think it's called Centauri. I think that sounds familiar. Okay, I'll let you guys do the poll here. Well, actually, I'm surprised you guys are here. I was like, it's so late. I'm doing this stream like way too late. Um, hold on, kind of all over the place, but let me read. Hi there, Larry. What's up? Like tornado hunters, they fly planes into them and collect data, J. James says. Oh, so the hurricane hunters are collecting data? Because I didn't know what they were doing. I was just assuming, like, you know, they're there to, it's like kind of just content creation, but more specifically towards hurricane. I didn't know that they're like trying to collect specific data. Are they trying to help scientists? Because I feel like, I don't know, or meteorologists. I used to think like meteorologists or like some type of like, I don't know, atmosphere environmental scientists would be more suitable to do something like that. But then again, I guess a hunter is probably more wild and capable of doing these crazy things. I don't know where they get the funding from though. Lots of like questions I have honestly about the hurricane right now. Like financially, that's also like something I think about. Like, I mean, I've heard that if you live in Florida, like a lot of people are prepared for a lot of hurricanes, just like the area. It's a thing. Um, I've never lived in Florida, but I don't know if like it's something absolutely necessary, because like we have, let's say, earthquakes in California. So I wonder when people buy homes and stuff like that in Florida, is this like, a forced thing where everybody is forced to pay for insurance and buy insurance for natural disasters? Because I feel like that's pretty darn necessary, looking at what's going on and really like knowing about past history. So I guess that's something I guess I could just Google, but vote yes for Doge. Yes, 88. Wait, what was the question? Oh wait, I just realized that I didn't ask. I should have put in bed for the first one, no for the second one. I swear I'm not even drunk. I only just did like one sip. Okay, I'm just gonna end that poll because that makes no sense. Okay. I swear that's the last. Okay. Which wait, where do you prefer ice cream? That's the question. And then number one would be bed. Number two would be stand up comedy. No, just standing up on floor, not on the bed. Okay, there we go. Now it's proper. Um, didn't even notice either. Wait, what? That's a funny ball. It's a bad poll. See, this is why I'm glad I didn't actually become a teacher. Thank God for the children out there. I mean, I at one point really, really wanted to be a teacher. And I did teach before, but I'm cheers. Lucky kids that don't have to be taught by me doing stupid polls. Mm. Zombie Doge Armor's like, see whatever you want. Yeah. I mean, I really admire Meet Kevin. You guys know Meet Kevin, like financial YouTuber. I love like his style. Like I think I've never met him in person, obviously. If I did, I would probably ask for a selfie. That's my like that's my version of an autograph these days. Like I don't care for people's autograph, not even Elon Musk's. I would just want to do like a selfie with people if I meet someone famous. But anyways, I really admire me, Kevin, because I feel like we would get along. I think he's like a cool person and he just doesn't care. And I love that. Like you'll see him doing random live streams like at the airport. And I'm like, I would totally do that too. Well, maybe with like a little bit shame because I'm like, because I see him like I've seen him do airport live streams and I don't know if they're pre-recorded or airport live streams, but you can literally see the people in the background. And I would feel a little bit awkward about that. I would be like, I probably need to blur these people's faces out. I'm not sure how comfortable they are behind me, but again, that's a question for me, Kevin's legal team in the future. Hold on. You don't need a reason to drink, Zombie Doge Army says. Wow, 60% of you prefer me just doing live streams here. Well, I'm sorry, folks. This is going to be all gone. Everything except for my Doge pillow, of course, and my Eric Hartman and my MOOMOO pillow. Speaking of MOOMOO, guys, show some love and support if you are new here and you have not already opened up a new account with MOOMOO. If you want to trade stocks on MOOMOO, and they have lots of great learning material on there to teach you more about the markets and lots of interesting news, definitely check out MOOMOO. You can get up to 15 free stocks till the end of October just by opening up a new account with my link down in the description below. Wait, hold on. Cheers, Alan. Lucy, us drinking with us tonight. Wait, who's drinking in here? If you're drinking, put a little beer emoji and cheers. It's been a really rough week. I think it's been a pretty tough month for me overall. Like some days I just literally forget to eat, forget to do anything except for breathing and working and trying to fix up my future home where I can do better streams. Cheers. You be a good teacher, Lucy Allen says. The cruelest teacher I've ever encountered is Mother Nature. Oh my God, that's deep. That's dark and deep. Was 87% with your bed, J. James says. What do you mean? like 87% of the people agree that I should do streams here, or most of my streams are all done on the bed, honestly. Even most of my shorts with the fake background, like with my green screen background, most of them are recorded here. So I don't know, maybe I'll lose like my mojo, my ability to make videos anymore once I once I leave this bedroom. Whatever you want. Hi there, OG Crypto, Daniel. Okay, great. I'm glad that this whole thing is try for loco. Oh, I had four loco? I think I have. It's like a little can and it's like blue or green. I think I've had that. Oh, it doesn't do it for me. It's gross. I felt like drinking it. It just felt like drinking colored chemicals. And I guess if you want to get drunk easy, that's the four loco thing works. Just 60%, Danny says. Said yes out of 8 with your bed. JJ says, well, too bad, guys. Enjoy it while it lasts. You can always look back to my older videos if you like these live streams, but I don't think I will be streaming on my bed unless, like, I don't know, unless I want to switch things up one day or my legs are tired from doing too many live streams standing up, then I'll move. I'll move my laptop to the bed again, but I'm thinking about like buying a computer and then doing the streams stand up. Like I want to get a stand up table, stand up desk, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what style I want and what would really fit. I'm like, I don't know how people do it when they like move into new places, but I'm very like, YOLO and go with the flow. Like there'll be certain things that I want, like a table, like a stand-up desk, but then I won't do it until I buy bigger things like a fridge or a bed and then a closet and like all these other things that are more like necessities. Then I'll measure in the end if I want to give up certain things like a stand-up desk or something like that. So that's just how I've been doing it. Hi there, Eric the Dream Guy. Thank you so much for the super chat. Vid Summit, it's still going on in California. Ooh, what's that like? I've never been. Okay, but one thing, and then we'll talk about hurricanes. One thing I did want to ask you guys, and I guess this is gonna be more of like a poll situation or just answer me via typing into the chat. I was curious what you guys are willing to buy used because I don't know if it's because I'm being cheap right now because I'm just like so broke and all the stocks and crypto are dropping and I'm unemployed. But I feel like I am buying like so many things used and sometimes I question myself like am I just doing this because I'm cheap or I'm naturally frugal anyways even if I had a bunch of money. But is this normal or am I like being too cheap on myself? So I want to ask you guys, here are the things that I'm willing to buy used and not willing to buy used. Okay. So when you move into a new place, there's already a toilet. Okay. I'm okay with using the rental's toilet, but I need to change the top, the cap, the the seat and the cap. So bought a new one for that. I don't know if you guys are like OCD like me or like germaphobes, but or if that's like a normal thing that everybody does, but I definitely like need to change the cap. Fridge, just got one. And the fridge I got used. But it's really, really nice, but it's also really, really old. It's like 8 years. It's like 8 years old. And I didn't even know that it was 8 years old until it got delivered. But the fridge I'm actually okay with because I feel like I disinfect it, I clean it all out, and it's not like, to my skin. It's like I have things, I have fruits, I have veggies, which I will store in the fridge and I'll take out and I'll wash it. So I think that's like not too gross. I was almost considering buying like a used like fancy microwave slash oven. I don't even know if they make those or I'm making that up in my head. But I want like a double use giant rectangle for like a microwave slash an oven. I have an oven, but it's kind of really old and it came with the place. So I'm not really sure if I want to use it all the time. So in terms of microwave though, I was gonna be okay with getting a used one until my SO like completely ruined it for me. And he was like, why would you want to eat food and put food into a microwave where like other people's food particles was once in there and like it's disgusting. So now I'm not going to get a used microwave or oven anymore. But what do you guys think about that? Would you buy a used microwave or oven? Do you think that's gross or that's okay? Ooh, people are like not liking the bed as much anymore. We're at like 50% right now for the whole bed thing. I'm going to end that poll. Bleach is a good thing, Alan says. So I smelled bleach when I got the fridge. Um, but oh my god, like, okay, when you buy things used, like they're just never gonna clean it as nicely as you would clean it yourself. So like it took me like nearly an hour to like clean out the used fridge because it was still gross. Like nooks and crannies. I had to put like massive amounts of disinfectants and like multi-purpose cleaners and use like paper towels along with like wipes and just a whole bunch of stuff to clean it out. But now I'm comfortable with it. I wouldn't lick it, but I think it's pretty darn clean, like to my standards. And I'm pretty crazy, I feel like, in terms of cleanliness. Okay, wait. Would you buy a used, let's just say, microwave slash oven? I think like microwaves more gross. I don't know why. I think it's because like people put liquids and like it might explode and stuff. So you might have like disgusting parts of it. It could be cleaned out like with bleach. Yeah, all that stuff. I've never cleaned out a microwave with bleach before, but I've cleaned it thoroughly. So that's the question. Would you buy a microwave used? Basically just trying to figure out what normal people are like. Or if I'm just being like way too frugal and cheap on myself. Some people have roaches. Do you want roaches? Gross. Zombie Doge Army says. Ew, don't do that. Buy new. Stuff's pretty cheap, especially microwaves. Wait, are you saying there's roaches in microwaves? What? I've never seen like a cockroach in a microwave. But I guess they do like places that are warm. But I feel like a roach is usually okay, cockroaches I think if it's like if a place is infested with cockroaches, it'll always be cockroaches. But then, like, if you move a microwave from somebody's home which had cockroaches, but then if I move it into my clean home without cockroaches, then I'm assuming it shouldn't bring the cockroaches unless there's cockroach eggs or babies in there. I don't know. But now you got me worried about my fridge. It was like kind of rusty. So I had to clean out a lot of rust from the freezer side. Like it was already cleaned out when when I got it, but there were still like lots of rust particles that like came down and I could see the rust. I don't know how the rust built up, so I tried my best to clean it. It's like pretty clean. Rust. Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen rust in a fridge, but there's rust in this fridge. I think it's because there's I don't know what like those shelves, those wired shelves, like not on the right side with your regular fridge, but the freezer. So it's a two-door fridge, and the left side is all freezer stuff, and it has the wires, and then the right side is just a fridge. So the rust stuff came from the left side. And I think the dude who handed it to me and sold it to me, he says he sells fridges all the time. And he was like, "Oh, I have newer ones if you want. Like this is just an older one." Um and then he said something like, "Oh, this used to be placed in the garage." So I don't know. Maybe that's why it's rusting, or maybe just like nobody bought it. Inside the electronics, they will spread the cockroach roaches. Oh, okay. All right. I'm glad that 75% of you would buy a used microwave slash an oven. um, that makes me feel better that I was considering it. But I will still try to buy a new microwave just because for me, it's about the food particles. Because something about putting something in a fridge, it's not like cooked or anything, but then like in my mind, it's just like a microwave cooked food. I don't know what they cooked in there also. That would bother me a little bit. And also just the crazy side of me, I'm too imaginative. Like even for the fridge, okay? I'm not watching that new documentary, which everyone else is watching right now. I think it's because it scares me. Like watching Riverdale kind of scares me. So there's that new show. What is it called? Jeffrey Dahmer, like the serial killer. Is that even his name? I don't even know. Dahmer or something. I didn't even know who he was, to be honest, until a family member of mine was like, she's watching the show, and then she's like, "Oh, it's really, really good." And then I see it on the news, like all these different news articles talking about him, and then I was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it." I never heard of this person. Um, and like the dismemberments and all the crazy things that he did, all the horrible things. I didn't even know that I guess he was, I think someone murdered him afterwards in the end. I think in jail, but again, do your own DD. I think that's what I read. I like this is just new to me. I guess I don't pay that much attention. Like I know of stories, but I don't really memorize people's names too much unless there's like of course now I remember him because there's like Netflix shows on him. But yeah, like because of these things, they bother me because like literally I'll think crazy stuff. Like, okay, what if a serial killer had my fridge? And then, they would probably put something in it that I don't want. So things like that always cross my mind. But whatever, it's done. I already bought a used fridge. And I cleaned the I like literally gave it birth. Like it's been rebirth. It's so clean. It's like nothing, there's no speck that I didn't touch or disinfect. True crime shows are interesting, OG Crypto says. Yes, but they also creep me out a lot. So, like, Riverdale has gone really whack, like season 6. I think that's one that I'm on. The latest season. I love it. I love it. It's really, really good. I love that they're bringing back the comic thing out of the whole show. But it's gone very supernatural. Like everybody has a superpower now. I'm like, what is this? Like Marvel? And one girl, I think Tabitha, she like owns a diner. She like now is like, I don't know, Doctor Strange. It's like there are certain lines in there. I don't know if they notice how much it sounds like they're just ripping off of like Marvel, like Avengers, but there were certain parts of it where she literally said like, I went through thousands of scenarios and every scenario, every single one of them you died. So it's just like that's hilarious. But like even Riverdale right now is kind of scaring me. Like when I watch it at night and I'm like doing my crunches, Riverdale actually creeps me out. Like I'll have to like look around and be like, no devils out there. Like I don't believe in ghosts. Like I honestly, if you pay me enough money, I will walk into a haunted house. I will sleep there. I really don't care. I feel like that doesn't really like I feel like if you're not a bad person and you don't like, commit murder or whatever like that, you shouldn't really be scared of ghosts or walking cemeteries. I don't know. I've just always like kind of grew up believing in that. So that doesn't really creep me out. And I'm not really sure I believe in it unless like I meet a ghost and talk to it or him or her or whatever. Like, yeah. So yeah, I guess it doesn't really bother me. But then it just like, but then like I still get scared. I don't know what I'm scared of then if I don't really believe in ghosts. Maybe like just the idea of not really zombies. Zombie don't scare me. It's more of the idea of like maybe, yeah, I guess like a devil. Just like pure evil. And like seeing a face in the dark. That scares me. Like I know I've never seen it, but I think like if you watch enough TV shows and then you'll like, it's like the whole concept of like looking at tree branches in the middle of the night, which I'd done as a kid, and I'll think like, okay, there's like a face in it or something, but I've never really seen an actual face looking thing through objects. I just think I saw me Doge emojis. Don't scare me. I don't know, zombie. I've seen some pretty scary fridges out there. What, Alan? I like to cook with firewood. Wait, I can't cook with firewood. I don't know how to cook with a firewood. Is that like, like outside when you have the giant ovens, like Italian places, and they cook with firewood, like the pizza? That sounds really good though, like tasty. Like it would give it like a nice scent. Miles, no kitty, that's a bad kitty. It's my pot pie. Wait, hold on. Sorry, guys. Let me move up to the chat. Okay, 67% of you still are okay with it. You can get a green screen and be like the weatherman, Eric the Dream Giver says. You know what? I actually can. I actually totally can. I really like green screens. Like one of my favorite features after discovering how to like do green screens on TikTok and Reels is green screens. Like it's just my favorite out of all the other filters. Well, I mean, I love the beauty filters because I feel like I could never do proper contouring and like makeup like other girls can. So when I have like my beauty filters on, I'm just like, damn, it's like I can do makeup when I can't. Well, it's kind of like makeup and plastic surgery because I feel like makeup could not make me look the way that filters do. But I think my favorite thing about it is green screen. Green screen plus makeup. Available at most 30 pack, very cost effective. Wait. Natural lights, 15 bucks plus tax and CRV. If you're standing up, be like a TV news anchor. Wait, I thought TV news anchor is like though. Like Anchorman was sitting down when he was doing the shows, I'm pretty sure, and like the morning show. I drank Four Loco when they had the energy stuff still in them. Zombie Doge Army says, "Oh, I don't think I had that." Let me tell you, I can't remember how many times I blacked out. Yeah, I didn't black out on the one bottle or the one can of Four Loco that I had, and that was really, I think the first time was my last time. I literally gave it a try because people were like, "You have to have this. You have to, I have to give it like one shot." Yeah, I took my one shot and never again. Is that an English error or am I drunk? Wait, I'm pretty sure kept my gin out. Are you drinking gin? You're watching? I feel like lots of you are like late night. You stay up late nights and you guys all drink way more than me. I actually have a lot of alcohol. Like now that I'm moving, I'm like, wow, I have so much alcohol. Um, but I guess I don't know how to take care of alcohol because I don't put them in the fridge when there's a heat wave. Do you guys do that? Like, do you guys actually probably take care of your stuff? Okay, wait. Before I move along to hurricanes, what else? What else? Oh, bed is something I'm not compromising. I'm buying a new bed. And like mattress, heck no. Like I would never buy a used mattress because that to me is just disgusting. Like you don't know if people have like lice or whatever disgusting stuff, diseases. So I would never get a mattress that's used. But bed, the bottom, like the wood, I almost was gonna consider it, but then I'm like, nah, I'm gonna get myself a new one, a new bed, just because like I think it's more of like not spiritual, but I think it's more of just like maybe even feng shui. Because I think my mom believes in feng shui. I always say I don't, but there are certain aspects of me where I'm like, if somebody slept on this bed, died on that bed, or maybe like had really bad luck, or maybe like really bad relationship, would that pass over to me? I'm just kidding. I don't believe that it'll pass over to me. Like if they died, I'll die on it too. But it's more of just like the concept of like that's something I'm gonna be using every day. That's what I'm gonna lie on. Like it's just such a big part of like my future home, like such a large piece of furniture. I want large pieces of furniture. Like I want to get nice things that I can like use longer. By the way, if anybody's interested in my renovations and all of my progress of my designing work and a lot of the screwing and nailing and I'm just kidding. I didn't do screwing, nailing, hammering. I just did like painting. I got my ESO to do all the handyman Bob the Builder stuff. Uh, yeah. So I have that all recorded bits and pieces. It's just gonna be like probably a year before I actually upload anything. I just have no time to upload anything. Why not do a shot, Lucy? Miles Connor says. That was a chug. That was like more than a shot. Because my shot glasses are somewhere and I have to find them. I don't have any shot glasses on me right now. Like all my things are just like in the midst of being moved. Uh Who takes shots like by themselves? I mean, I guess I'm not alone because I'm with you guys. Yo, hey there, GB Love. Uh yeah, I guess I should take a shot because I'm like close to almost helping close in on a house deal, hopefully. I'm really like it's funny because I'm like so excited and I don't even care if like the listing agent had already stated that they would give me like a cut, like a small fee for like helping out with the open houses. But even if I wasn't going to get that money, I really, really am just excited because being a part of showing people the home and talking to like countless people that came up to the open houses and knowing that somebody was actually going to end up buying something just makes me really happy. It makes me feel like I added to the transaction, like just a little tad bit, and that makes me feel good. So I'm really, really happy about that. I guess I could do a shot for that, but I don't have the shot glasses. So I'm just gonna say cheers with that. Smash that like button, folks. Chug, chug, Alan says. I could actually chug really well. Like, I'm not bad at chugging. What I always wanted to do, and I can't remember if I've done, is a keg stand. Because I feel like I have, but then I can't remember if I did. Maybe I blacked out afterwards. Is your eyelash coming off? It's probably not, but then again, like, it'd be fake. So it might just fall off. No, BetaBot, I think right now is okay, but it's not the greatest. If I don't know if you guys can notice because this is like only unless you do makeup as well, you won't notice the little things. But like my makeup is like different all the time because like I'm just not a pro. So when you watch my different videos, it's like, well, I mean, most of them are filters. So I'm just using different filters, different beauty filters. So it'll give you like redder lips, like different eyebrows, like different eyeshadow, like nose, cheeks, like it all looks different. But then even like when I'm doing live streams, which is obviously unfortunately not filtered, I just have to do my own makeup. So sometimes I feel like I do it nicer, and other days it's just like I'm lazy or I messed up on my eyeliner and I just let it be. Say la vie. Lucy, don't drink too much unless you're okay. Okay. J James. Like, don't worry, man. This is like 9%. This is 9%, but also, like survive the heat wave. I didn't put it in the fridge. So it uncorked itself. For anyone that was wondering, I'm only drinking wine right now because this wine uncorked itself and like I have to drink it now, right? Because I don't think you can, once something's been uncorked, I can only put it in the fridge for so long. So it's actually like a pretty big bottle. But I started working on it yesterday, actually. And this will not get me drunk. This will not even, I don't even think this will get me buzzed. Like I'm like so sober right now. I just pop in and I am a bot. Don't do makeup. I can't not do makeup. You guys literally see me every single day on these streams. I don't think I've ever done a stream without makeup. I've done videos without makeup and that's on the main channel, but like it's so weird. Like I'm such a weird person. I'm capable of obviously I have like videos where I have no makeup, I think on this channel and the second channel. And I have videos where like I could do double chin, I could do like I have videos where I find that I am showing the bad parts of myself that usually I wouldn't be comfortable doing on live streams. But then when I'm doing live streams, I just don't want to be like the ugliest version of myself. Does that make sense? Like I'm okay with it. Like I'm totally okay with having certain videos have no makeup on or like double chin and like all bad stuff, pimples, but I'm just not really okay doing live streams. That's something I need to psychologically work on. I don't know if that's a toxic trait or I just need like therapy. Just kidding. I don't think I'm going to go to therapy anytime soon. Speaking of therapy, I don't know if one of my best friends is going to be watching this video right now because she sometimes does. But if you are watching this one, you know I'm talking about you. So I was just talking to my friend the other day about therapy, and she told me, like, I never believed in therapy. But then when I got older, I was like, oh, okay, I understand. Like some people want to go to like relationship therapy or they want to go to therapy because they feel like it really helped them. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I was wrong. I was wrong when I was young. It does help people, I guess. I still have never taken it. And I don't think I want to. And I think like after talking to my friend yesterday, it doesn't make me want to do it. But again, not everyone needs to do it. If you want to do it and if it works, great. But here's the thing about what my friend experienced. She told me, so basically, I have a friend who went to therapy and the therapist told her something that all of me and all of her other friends pretty much told her the opposite thing of what the therapist said. And this was like, yeah, I just found that like something very off about that. And I think, okay, like your own friends would probably know just a tad teensy bit more about you, I think, than your therapist. So for your therapist to be saying something like on the polar opposite end of a situation, as your friends are all saying, then I think something's up. And it's not even like what her friends are saying. I think like I don't want to say like I don't want to make it too obvious. So trying to keep people's private lives private. So I think if I told you guys what the situation was, you would also agree with me, along with all her other friends, that her therapist is wrong. So that's my 2 cents. I think therapists are only good to an extent. Like they may be able to help you out with certain things that maybe your friends can't or just don't want to say to your face. But then there will always be certain things that the therapist will not be perfect on because nobody's perfect. So it's just like nobody in this world is perfect. Nobody in this world, whether you study to be a therapist or not, in my opinion, shall be able to give you like the best advice ever. So you could like get 10 therapists and they're not all going to tell you the same thing because they live different life stories and they have different expectations. They have different moral backgrounds, like principles. It's not like they're robots and just reading off the book and giving you the same thing. So, anyways, not health advice or life advice. Go out there and do your own DD and consult a professional if you need help. I am not a therapist, although she did say that I might be better than her therapist. Turn playback speed down a notch. LOL. Wait, what? No, she is talking just at the right speed. Is it just me or is Luci talking really fast? Zombie Doge Army says. Yeah, some people have told me this. Maybe it is the alcohol. But I feel fine. Okay. Before I go on way too long on these on my ramble, hurricane categories. I just like I don't know if you guys know about this, but I didn't know that there's I guess 5 categories. And I don't have it memorized that I guess 1 is the lowest, 5 is the highest. So I'm going to read this off ABC News. This is September 28th. After a somewhat of a quiet start, the 2022 Atlantic hurricane season is fully underway as Hurricane Ian makes its way toward the US. So I guess my first point about Hurricane Ian is like all hurricanes. Why do we put a name on it? I don't like, does anyone here know why we put a name on things? And like, literally, like my title, it says Hurricane Ian's anger because like people are saying that on the news constantly. Like they label it, they make it sound like it's like a being of some sort, and then they'll say like it's unleashing its anger, its wrath, and all this stuff. I like why do we do that? I feel like I mean, I'm not against it, but then I also feel indifferent about it because I'm like, isn't that like kind of similar to what people used to do when they didn't understand science and we didn't know why? I mean, technically, I guess we understand science more. By we, I mean scientists, not me. That we have more like better technology, we can predict these things, so we don't think it's like some greater being of some kind. But then I guess if you keep asking questions like, well, why is it happening? Okay, well, it's the waters, and it's also the heat, and all these things combined, and the wind and the pressures and where like certain states are positioned. I guess you can add up all of that, but if you keep asking why, it could go into, the whole like existence question and the greater being. But let's just say for entertainment purposes, like back then people used to call these things names and say it's God's wrath or this wrath or whatever. And then now I just think it's funny because now it's like we know when it's coming, so it's not really like this magical experience or like horrible magical experience, but we're still calling it names. So I just think it's like it's hilarious because it's like forwards and backwards at the same time. CP Doge, thank you for coming in, member for 11 months of the Rubber Chicken Yellow Gang. Thank you, and all my members, cheers. Thank you so much for supporting me and my channel, and honestly being kind enough to still continue to chat with me and keep me entertained and everybody else, even on, my travels when I travel away and I can't make streams all the time. So I really appreciate that you guys are still sticking around. Hey Lucy, I'm so glad you're still streaming. Let's go. Don't move to FL. It's crazy that you say that because one of my best friends like really wants to go there with her boyfriend. Like they really want to go there for like live there for about like 6 months of the year or something like that. Like they want to stay there permanently in the future, but maybe like half a year, like maybe kind of like a vacation place. I don't know if this is changing their mind. But like they told me, I think it's called Florida West Keys or the Keys. I actually just learned that I guess there's multiple keys. I don't know why they call it that, but I guess it's just an area where you have like multiple expensive homes and they're like really nice. I don't know what's going on there with the hurricane or if it hit it. But they like want to be there or like they're really interested in that spot because they went on vacation there and it was really, really nice. I mean, I was sold. I'm like, oh, okay, when I go to Florida, when I visit Disney World, I'll go check out like the Florida Keys or the West Keys. I think that's what it's called. Thank you so much, Zombie Doge Army. You're the best. Thank you so much for the super chat with the Dragon Balls. GB Love, thanks for the super chat. Lucy, did you watch Contact yet? I'm guilty. I'm gonna take a giant gulp for that because I'm a total fail for not watching Contact. Yes, that's like the only movie that I really, really need to see. It's like, I swear it's up there, GB Love. If they just have Contact on Netflix, it would make my life a lot easier. My bad for not watching Contact. That one, I swear I want to see it. But did anybody see my post? Let's see what people voted on. I saw a Audrey Hepburn. I love Audrey Hepburn, but I haven't seen every single one of her old movies. Obviously Roman Holiday I think is my favorite. Breakfast at Tiffany's probably like number 2. Funny Face was also good. Sabrina was really good. So those 4 movies are like my top of my head from Audrey Hepburn. Never watch any Marilyn Monroe movies, but I keep seeing like little clips of it, and I do voiceovers with like Marilyn Monroe's voice that just happen to be on like TikTok or Instagram and whatnot. So I definitely want to watch like a full Marilyn Monroe movie, but I definitely think that I'll forever, even if I watch it, I just know deep down that I'm gonna always like Audrey Hepburn's movie more, maybe because I saw her first. So I saw this movie called I saw it on Instagram today, and it's from Mean.Vintage. It's called War and Peace from 1956. And then I did a poll and said, is this a good movie? Should I watch it? And people were like, well, 86% says yes, it is a good movie. I guess that's her in the scene. She's so beautiful. She's so beautiful and just such a good actress. Like, hands down, one of the best actresses I've ever seen in my life. Natalie Portman being like really up there as well. I think has got to be Audrey Hepburn. Like, the range and emotions this woman has is unreal. Like, I don't know where she gets it from, because I think some people, okay, you've been through like a lot of trauma, you can like almost reenact that, I feel like, or a lot of experiences. So maybe there's just a lot that she's dealt with in life, or she's super, super naturally talented, but she's got such a range of emotion. War and Peace, I feel like it sounds so familiar. I think it's a book. It says it's a 1956 movie. I'm surprised that it was in color. I guess she has a lot of in color movies, but then she also has the black and white one, because I think Roman Holiday is in black and white. I mean, I watched it more than 3 times, but can't remember if it's black and white. I think they might have brought color into it later because they can do that for movies now. Hey everyone, hey there, Henry Beetle Jr. Thanks for the super chat. Good to see y'all so late at night. Oh my god. Could do a shout out of the glass. Could do a shout. Could do a. I'm not drunk. Could do a shot out of the glass. What do you mean? Like just chuck the whole thing? Yeah, I guess this is like a shot glass for giants. I could chug this whole thing. Maybe I'll just save it and I'll just chug it and I'll say goodnight because it's been 45 minutes. So they used to say it's the ninth and just gave it a name to keep track. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I guess giving a hurricane a name, yeah, I guess it's better than being like the first hurricane, the second hurricane, or the hurricane of 2022 that happened in September. Maybe it's just easier that way. But I also feel like giving it a name is just interesting. It makes you think like what is causing it aside from just all the explanations a meteorologist and scientists can explain, but they can only explain it to that certain level, and then it just comes down to like, okay, but why? Again, sorry, GB love, have not watched Contact, but that is up there along with War and Peace. War and Peace and Contact, but I promise you, before I watch War and Peace, it's gonna be Contact. There are so many good movies out on Netflix. I get really excited when I see all these different movies, but then I'm like, mentally I'm so tunnel vision with things that like I'm watching Riverdale right now and I have 5 more episodes to go, I think. And then once I'm done, I'll be able to like finally move on to another movie. Like I can't leave like my progress of my TV show right now. And it is pretty good. Josh B, are you on the West Coast? I mean, like, you mean what time it is? I think it's pretty obvious. I think I've been telling you guys what time it is. 11:40 something right now. So yeah. New Munsters, as in Herman Munster. What service is it? Yes, I see it today. I gotta watch the Munsters. I don't know what the Munsters are. Like the virus after Z, they use the Greek alphabet. Many hurricanes just do not make the news. Who knew we were at I now? So it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. I. So that's the ninth one. But then what are you going to call it? What are they going to call it once we eventually hit Z? Right? Well, what happens after that? Like A2? Double A? Like what, or do they have a plan for that? I probably won't be alive for the last one or when they reach Z, but that's kind of scary. It's kind of like, I don't know much about it, but I just heard on the news that it's like 150 miles per hour winds. Like, that's so insane. And the videos that I see out there where people are literally being blown away and like holding on to a pole, and I'm like afraid that the poles on the street are gonna fall off. It's just insane. Okay, hold on. Let me just read more of it before I get off the stream. But it says Ian, which is expected to make landfall on Florida's Gulf Coast on Wednesday, strengthened into a powerful Category 4, because I guess it was Category 3 out of the 5, with winds nearing Category 5 levels. Florida Gov. Ron DeSantis declared a state emergency and said storm conditions are projected to constitute a major disaster. But how intense is a Category 4 or Category 5 hurricane? And what do the different categories mean for people in the storm's path? ABC News. The National Weather Service used the Saffir-Simpson scale, SSS, I guess, Saffir-Simpson scale, which only measures a hurricane's sustained wind speeds using a 1 to 5 rating system. This scale provides estimates of potential property damage, according to NWS. A Category 1 hurricane has sustained winds between 74 to 95, according to NWS. It's very dangerous winds. Will cause some damage to roofs, shingles, vinyl sidings, and gutters on well-built homes, NWS said on its website, which also makes me curious, just like, I guess, dealing with homes and stuff. Are the older built homes, like from the 1920s, going to survive better against natural disasters like this, or are the newer built homes going to survive better? If you know the answer, comment down below. Large branches of trees will snap and shallowly rooted trees may be toppled, the NWS says. Extensive damage to power lines and poles will likely result in power outages that could last a few to several days, but that's category 1. Category 2 hurricane. Winds on a category 2 hurricane are between 96 to 110, which honestly doesn't sound like a wild difference. According to the NWS, it's extremely dangerous winds can cause major roof and siding damage to well-constructed homes. So again, like roofs, siding damage. Many shallowly rooted trees will be snapped or uprooted. Okay, that's pretty crazy. Category 2, like that part scares me. Less of the roof stuff, but like an entire tree being uprooted is pretty crazy. Many shallowly rooted trees will be snapped or uprooted and block numerous roads. Near total power loss is expected, with outages that could last from several days to weeks. It's pretty crazy. Storm that are category 3 to 5 are considered major hurricanes. Okay, so it was already a major hurricane because I think on Tuesday they already knew that it was in Cuba and it was a category 3, right? And then it moved to category 4 by the time it got to like Florida, I think. A category 3 hurricane has continuous wind speeds between 111 to 129 miles per hour, where devastating damage will occur. Well-built frame homes may incur major damage or removal of roof decking and gable ends. Many trees will be snapped or uprooted, blocking numerous roads. Electricity and water will be unavailable for several days to weeks after the storm passes, according to the agency. Category 4, which is apparently what right now Florida is dealing with. Category 4 storms can cause catastrophic damage with their 130 to 156 miles per hour winds. So I saw in the news today that it was 150, which fits. Category 4 storm can cause severe damage to well-constructed homes, including damaging most of the roof and exterior walls. That's insane. So I feel like 1 to 3, they never said anything about the walls. And like when it comes down to category 4, that's when like your walls aren't even safe. Like that's like a whole other ordeal to feel like your whole wall is going to be blown over. Most trees will be snapped or uprooted and power poles downed. Fallen trees and power poles will isolate residential areas. Power outages will last weeks to possibly months. Most of the area will be uninhabitable for weeks or months, which is just crazy. Like I think I also feel extra bad because like I'm so happy like setting up for my own place, my first place that's like entirely mine, not a shared space, and like I can just have my own plates and cups and cutlery and just it's so nice to have my own place. And I think about the people that are like losing their homes, their ceilings, and just like having their stuff ruined. I can't imagine. Like as I'm building my new little home right now and like my own little space, my little paradise, to have that all go away because of some damn water. Oh, it's unreal. But then it also like I guess snaps me back into just a reality of it all that we're all so vulnerable on this planet, and you never know. You never know what'll happen. Um I guess in California, I should be less afraid of my property being ruined by water, even though it could still happen. And more worried about possible earthquakes, that are high level. Um, so yeah, I guess even though I'm really excited and I'm happy with my new place and just setting up and stuff, a piece of me is always like, okay, things are things. At the end of the day, I have no control over my things and like what Mother Nature could do to my things at any given time, or, just terrible human caused things. So I guess, guys, celebrate for what you have today because we don't know what we have tomorrow. And at the end of the day, I think as long as you're healthy and your loved ones are hopefully around you, you surround yourself with your own love for yourself and others who hopefully add to your life instead of take away, then cheers to that. And that's the most important thing. So I know it's probably going to be really, really rough for a lot of people dealing with the loss and damages of their property. Like, again, I've never experienced something like that and I can't even imagine it. Like, even imagining it like hurts me more so like the memories that I know families are going to be suffering from. Not so much like their expensive TV, which could be replaced, hopefully with home insurance or whatnot. More like maybe pictures, like a lot of elderly people have like family home albums, pictures that are just one version, and it's not digital, and it's not, it's not easy to replace. I'm more sad about like that. We have to deal with earthquakes and new some in California. Henry says Florida is so humid and rainy that most houses are built with concrete blocks and not wood because it rots so fast. Zombie Doge Army says, "Oh, okay. Thanks for teaching me that. That is really interesting. I guess that makes sense. Wood would definitely not make it in all this water. Stuff can be replaced as long as everyone is okay and lives through it." Zombie Doge Army says, "Yeah." So I saw in the news. I don't know how many casualties they've, because it's still a lot of people they can't reach right now, and like I'm sure the hospitals are just stuffed to the max, but I know there were deaths. I think that they said that one man was he was doing something by the pool, and then I think he fell in. So just like a lot of terrible things obviously happening right now. So stay safe, guys. Hooray for today. Cheers, Zombie Jeremy says. Yeah, definitely. Hooray for each day that you guys are alive and on my streams. Rob Zombie wasn't allowed to film in black and white. So he made it so over the top surreal and a lot of colors. Zombie Doge Army says. Okay, I don't know who Rob Zombie is. Cool. I looked this weekend for the Munsters. I still remember his 1000 Corpse movie way back. We never watched it either. Oh, this sounds scary. It's basically photons from the sun that heat ocean water that evaporates, causes cloud and storm formation in the Atlantic Ocean, usually around West Africa when conditions and pressure. Yes, it feels more like Ritual Monsters. I'm still here. Don't worry. I still need to read my category 5. Just a suggestion, put your TV on black and white mode if you can. It's so much better in black and white. Wait, are we talking about like all Audrey Hepburn movies? Put it on black and white? I mean, I've seen Audrey Hepburn movies in black and white. I actually like love her movie so much that I bought DVDs of it. Like, well, I think now DVDs are kind of obsolete, but I own DVDs that are just purely Audrey Hepburn. I think I still have it, like a whole set. So still like definitely I didn't watch all the movies on it, but I think they're all mostly black and white. I don't think they flipped it back then. Okay, so last one. Category 5 hurricane. 5 hurricanes are the most devastating. And I feel like it's getting so close because if people are already saying that it's 150 and it goes to 156 for category 4, like that's not a far stretch to get to 157. But I also hear in the news that they're saying that this could be the peak and maybe we've fallen from the peak and hopefully it doesn't get worse from now. I don't really know how it's going to work, but category 5 hurricanes are the most devastating with sustained winds of at least 157 miles per hour. A high percentage of framed homes will be destroyed with total roof failure and wall collapse. Oh, snap. Total wall failure and wall collapse. That's crazy. So doesn't that just mean like your entire home is like going to be wrecked, right? Like most homes. Fallen trees, unless if your whole house is made of steel, uh, deeply rooted to the ground, maybe then like anchored, maybe then it'll be like, hurricane proof. Fallen trees and power poles will isolate residential areas. Power outages will last for weeks to possibly months. Most of the area will be uninhabitable for weeks or months. The last category 5 hurricane to hit the US was Hurricane Michael, which made landfall in Florida in 2018. Does anyone remember that? I don't know what the heck I was doing in 2018, but I don't remember Hurricane Michael. Or I probably heard of it, but it's like not ingrained in my mind. I guess the pandemic is ingrained in my mind. It's more fresh, but I don't remember Hurricane Michael. Or at least maybe I didn't watch the news as much in 2018. We should make underground homes, Miles Connor says. Isn't it in that movie, World War no, it's not World War Z, sorry. End of the World or 2012. Was it 2012 or End of the World? One of the movies, like, I think the rich people or like, yeah, the people who ended up trying to escape were just like on these ships and they were like anchored to the bottom or something. You are not old, Alan. You are Lucy's age, bro. Zombie Doge Army says, I'm dead. What? Alan says, Ella agreed, zombie. We're old. Guys, age is just a number, okay? And stream's over, but I will check this in celebration to you guys knowing that materials and things are only valued so much, and it's honestly just about our health, and celebrate every day that we have. So cheers to that, whether you have a drink in hand, alcoholic or not. You do not have to drink alcohol. um so take care, stay positive, no matter where you are. I think it's definitely going to suck for a while for anybody even near Florida or with family in Florida. But I do believe that human beings are resilient, and no matter what, you guys will make it through. Chill there. Hi. Just got at the midnight rally and still watching Lucy. I think I picked the wrong fit because it's cooler than expected. Oh, I heard SF from people in SF that it's chilly. It's like I'm still dealing with heat waves in California, or like it's still pretty hot, but SF is cool. But it's like too cool for me. Well, like the last time I went to SF, I felt like wind was like just blowing me away. Joe Biden sees 10 people. What? I already forgot. There's actually this really funny video I saw recently. I don't know how old it was or if it was brand new, where I think Joe Biden was walking next to somebody who was blind, but then like someone was helping. Like he was walking with the blind, like a blind person, like with this stick. I don't know what it's called. And then I think like someone went to help the person who's blind, but then Joe he was just like, what? Or where do we go from now? He was just stuck. Like he wasn't moving afterwards. Stay live, drink another. No, I'm good. I'm good. I gotta call it quits. I got lots of stuff to do. I mean, if you guys haven't noticed, I don't have any other long videos and all my travel videos that are stuck in my phone. I need to make more space for my phone, folks. You ain't old, LOL. Henry says, go to Thailand. Oh my God. All right, take care, guys. Cheers. I'm gonna chug this for whoever wanted me to take a shot. This is my shot. I mean, it's like 2 shots, but it's fine. It's kind of warm now. It's gross. My ice melted. Bye, guys.